Hello there, this is James, and thank you for watching today's currency update on a wet and rainy day in Cyprus. Today I'm focusing on a currency pair I've been trading myself over the last couple of sessions, and that is the dollar yen. Now, let's face the facts. Since Donald Trump won the election back in early November, we've seen an awful lot of activity on the dollar yen, which is not surprising because we've seen an awful lot of dollar strength. Don't forget, on the back of the initial election result, it dropped as low as 101, which must have scared the Bank of Japan because they don't want a strong Japanese yen for obvious reasons. But now, of course, it's a completely different picture. And as I'm currently filming, it's now trading around 113.08. So it's extremely bullish for the dollar yen. So let's have a little chat about what sort of events are coming up this week, which could indeed affect the performance of the dollar yen. Okie dokie, so let's have a quick look at some key events happening this week which could indeed affect the dollar Japanese yen. So starting off, actually we have something happening tonight which is at 8:30 GMT, which is the obviously CFTC Japanese yen net positions. These show actually the speculative positions and the non-commercial positions currently with Chicago and New York. We will actually talk a little bit more about this tomorrow once it's come out. This is of immediate importance. Then on the 1st of December at 3 p.m. GMT, we have the ISM manufacturing PMI. Expectation is that it to come out 52.1 opposed to 51.9 of the previous month. This is a deed of high importance. Then on the 2nd December, things really start to heat up, as then we have the US unemployment rate due at 1:30 GMT, which the expectation is to remain the same at 4.9%. Same as it was previously at 4.9%. Of course, this is of high importance. And then at the same time, on the 2nd December at 1:30 GMT is indeed the big one, which is the US non-farm payroll. Expectation is for the number to come up higher, 174,000 opposed to 161,000 from the previous month. So these are some of the major indicators happening this week which could indeed affect the dollar Japanese yen. So, plenty of fundamental indicators or economic news, so to speak, to keep an eye on this week. But let's now have a quick look at some of the technical levels we need to be aware of. So, let's have a look at the dollar yen. First of all, this is on a 4-hour chart. As you can see, it's fairly noisy because we're using both the Bollinger Bands and pivot points to give us ideas of potential levels. Now, on the 4-hour, the pivot points are indicating a potential resistance at 113.381. The Bolly is indicating a potential support for the 4-hour at 112.684, with a slightly more optimistic potential resistance at 113.736. Moving on to a daily chart. Still very noisy as we're using the pivots and the Bollingers. Daily is indicating a potential resistance a lot higher at 114.50, so that's a potential level it's indicating that if indeed we can break the 113.73. Now the key pivot support is showing at around 112.37, similar to obviously in a closer region of where the 4-hour was showing. So that's the key level there. Round for the oopsie daisy. There's a key. What a mess. It's a messy chart anyway. At 112.37. And looking at a slightly bigger picture, let's look at it as a monthly. Less noisy because it's based on the monthly. We only tend to use the Bollinger Bands. Again, it's my personal preference. Really, the big key level according to the monthly now is at 114.251. Now, this is the level that it has indeed tried and reach over the last couple of sessions. So yeah, that is a very key level. So really, if we compare the compare the daily chart and the monthly together, the region of resistance we're looking at is between 114.25 and 114.50. So there we go, plenty of noise, levels and indicators to be aware of this week. But as I always say, this video is for informative purposes only. I do suggest you do your own research and due diligence before entering any trade. Till next time, thanks for watching and you trade safe.